Welcome to the Homebuyer Success Academy. You've made it. I'm Ashley Murray, and I'm going to be leading you through your VIP Buyer's Guide. Who am I? My name is Ashley Murray. As I mentioned, I'm a team leader, a real estate agent, an investor, commercial registered agent, and a financial advisor. Some of the things that I do is I plan people's dreams and execute them happening. The ways that we do this, well, one of them is helping them to buy their homes, whether it's their first one or their 10th one. What we do here at the Agents of Your Dreams real estate team is we build legacies and we make dreams come true. So who is this presentation for? Well, this presentation is for anyone looking to make sure they save the most money when buying a home, who wants to make sure that they do not get sued and that they stay legal in their offer, who may feel a little bit overwhelmed or intimidated because this might be a new experience for you, or you want to build equity and build your net worth. This is for you. Now, a couple of questions before buying a home are really truthful questions. Now, the truth is that in your life, if you do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same results as them. In the real estate market, most people do not always find great deals because of this. So we need to do something different if we want to win. So we can absolutely find a great deal without overpaying that fits our budget and all of our criteria in this crazy market. Now, you might also consider that there are a couple of hacks and tricks that we're going to go through along the way so that you guys can make sure you're getting the best deal in this crazy market. A sound decision, of course, that it is the American dream to buy a home, build equity, and really buying a home is a significant milestone in people's lives. And it is one of the biggest investments that you're going to make. It is a required decision to think about if I'm going to rent for the rest of my life or if I'm going to be a homeowner and build equity and have something to sell or give to my children and start to create that legacy. That's a big step, and congratulations for making it here. So your needs come first. Your agent will always advise you, always share all of the facts. However, you need to remember that you are the boss because everything is all about you. What is best for you, your budget, your needs? Do we need to stay close to your school for your kids? Do we need to stay close to your work? How much traffic do you want to be in when you get out of work? How much traffic do you want to be in when you're going into work? Do you need to make sure that you have enough space for a growing family, or are you downsizing? What is your situation? And then we're going to make sure we do what's best for you. Now, finding the best deal in the market, there are a couple of tricks. Like I mentioned, how do you actually go about finding the best deal on the market? Well, there's a couple of steps. First, we're going to decide that we're ready to buy a home. Do we have everything in line that we need? All of our requirements to buy? Well, if we're employed, we need to make sure we have the last 2 years of our taxes done. Or if you're self-employed, make sure that you're able to provide your bank statements for the last 12 months. What the lenders are going to do is they're going to add up all of your income divided by 12 months, and there's your income. All right, now liquid assets. If you have no money down, liquid assets might be a great way to get your down payment. Liquid assets being things like cars, other property, a TSP, anything that you're able to either pull out cash value from, pull out equity from, sell. Even the cash in your bank account, that's a liquid asset right now. Okay, so the money to put down for a home. Credit score is very important. It's going to determine what kind of rate you're going to get. What kind of interest rate are you going to have? Now, keep in mind, you're able to refinance when the rates go down. And when interest rates are up, you're always going to make sure that you get a better deal on the home. When interest rates are up, the same $500,000 condo now is $410,000. So you save $90,000 right off the top. And then when the interest rates go down, maybe a year or two later, you just refinance at that lower rate, saving money over the next 30 years. Okay. Now, timing, very important. Like I just mentioned about interest rate. What is the economic health and current mortgage rates? Are you able to use that to your advantage? Like I mentioned, with the higher interest rates, you're able to get the most for your money because you're able to get the most off of the actual price of the home. Very important trick. Very, very important trick. All right, now to see what you can actually get requires speaking to a lender to get pre-approved. Pre-approved determines the purchasing power. How much can we afford? How much do we feel comfortable with spending each month on a mortgage? Okay, now there are a lot of mortgage options and there are a lot of different mortgage products. The ones that you're going to be most qualified for, you're going to want to speak to your lender about. Some of you guys might be able to put 0 down with VA, USDA, those loans, you're able to get 0 down. Now, on other products like your FHA products, conventional, you might need to put something like 3.5% down, 5% down, 10% down, or 20% down. This is also why it's very important to connect with your agent and your lender to make sure that what we're going to do fits in your budget. Okay, so now that's the product, but what about the rate? Now you have fixed rates and you have variable rates. This is another reason to sit down with your lender because you're going to want to review the numbers and see what makes sense for you and your family every single month. What is going to make you guys feel comfortable? What are you guys going to be able to make happen and not be in detriment? Okay, now the 5 C's of credit. This is going to be what makes up your credit score. Very important. First, payment history. Late payments, huge mark against your credit score. So please make sure you're paying all of your payments on time. Set up your auto pay. Credit utilization. How much credit are you using? They usually like to see anywhere from 20 to 30% of our credit used. Now, your age of credit. The longer you've had credit, the more reliable it looks like that you are able to maintain that credit. So age of credit history is very important. Credit inquiries. If it looks like you're trying to get 10 credit cards all at once, it looks like you're not able to be financially responsible and that you are in need. So that looks bad on your credit. That's a bad mark. Too many credit inquiries. We usually try to say no more than 3 at a time. Otherwise, you start to get negative marks. Now, total number of accounts. This is also very important. Subprime cards like Victoria's Secret, Target, all of those, very, very bad. They're called subprime. We want prime accounts. Prime accounts are things like cars, homes, major credit cards like an American Express card. Now, you want to make sure that with your credit, you are checking this constantly, if not at least once a year. Again, annualcreditreport.com or freecreditcheckreport.com. You can always check your credit report anytime you want, really. So if you're able to monitor that, maybe even say once a month, every quarter, see if you have anything derogatory, see if there's anything with a name misspelled or somebody else's name on your credit report, anything like that would negatively affect your credit. And that could be without you even knowing about it. Okay, so next step is to find the right agent. This is where most home buyers go wrong. They choose the wrong agent. And the truth is you can do everything right in the transaction. But if you mess up this crucial part, you could easily find yourself in litigation, in a bad deal, something that could haunt you for years to come. And how you can best make sure that you're getting an agent that fits your needs is their value proposition. Okay, your agent is going to want to look out for your best interest in finding your homes that meet your criteria, getting you showings, writing your offers, and negotiating. But more than that, make sure they have a great pulse on the neighborhood. Where are you living? Does your agent know that area? It's very, very important for them to make sure that if they live in Honolulu, they know Honolulu like the back of their hand. They know every single neighborhood. They can name all of the skyscrapers along the coast, anything about the city. When are the next buildings being put up? Which ones were built this year? Which ones are pet friendly? Which ones are ADA? You need to know these things if you're going to call that your backyard. Now, as you can see, Honolulu, this is my backyard, so I can tell you that I know all of these things, and everyone on my team knows all of these things, which is why we would be qualified beyond many other reasons to share with you that you're the most important person in the entire transaction. Your needs are important. So if you say that you need to stay within 15 minutes of school, we're going to make sure that you do. It's because out of every one in the transaction, again, Everything is about you, and you should know that. Okay. The most successful real estate agents do have multiple clients at one time, of course. Now, what's most important though is that your agent makes you feel like you're the only client in their book. Okay. Again, with the value proposition, are they just offering you what every other agent is offering you, or are they offering you something different? Are they offering you a white glove 5-star VIP buyer's experience? Are they willing to sit down with you and hear yours and your family's needs and your wants? What do you guys want your future to look like? And is your agent helping you to get that? Are they making you feel as important as your family feels to you? And make sure they also have good references. Check their testimonials, check their referrals, look at their reviews on Zillow. Then also you want to test them and make sure that they're responsive. See how long it takes them to respond to your calls, your emails, your texts. Is there anything going missed? And also integrity. Your agent must have integrity. Agents are fiduciaries, which means that we must hold your interest in highest regard above anything and anyone else's. And if we go against your wishes, that's actually illegal for us. And we can get in legal trouble for not following your wishes. Okay, agents should be aligned with your budget, neighborhoods, and your true home values. Your agent should also always be acting in your best interest. So a couple of frequently asked questions, as you can see, is, does this cost me anything? Common misconception that most people think it's expensive. It's expensive to work with a real estate agent as a buyer, and that can't be farther from the truth. It's absolutely free to work with a real estate agent as a buyer. This is a non-negotiable. It should always be free to work with a buyer. If you are being charged by an agent as a buyer, that is a huge red flag. Okay, so now beginning the house hunting, very exciting step. What you're going to want to make sure that you don't do, you're going to want to avoid the pitfalls that other home buyers make. A lot of home buyers do not have the skill sets to correctly dictate whether a property is actually good or not. This can include choosing the wrong neighborhood, overlooking flaws, or making critical decisions to get the best deal. And this can make or break the real estate home buying process. And you do not want to make this mistake. To succeed in this process, in the home hunting process, you need to make sure you have an agent who's willing to hunt for houses, but also educate you. Okay. Now, you want to make sure that they're following your wishes and being respectful to your budget, your criteria, getting you the best deal, and negotiating on your best behalf with all that they have. Now, your home wish list. This is very exciting, and this is an exercise I normally have couples do, and it's something I like to call getting on the same page. So grab a sheet of paper, and each person in the couple go to 2 separate rooms in the house where you guys cannot see each other, you cannot hear each other. What you want to do is on one side of the paper, write all of your needs that you need in your next home. And then on the back side, write your wants, everything that you want in your next home. And then we're going to get together with your partner. We're going to compare these needs versus your wants and see, where are you guys most common in? Where do you share your needs and where do you share your wants? And that way we'll be able to prioritize that. If this is your spouse's need, yet it is one of your wants, of course, we're going to go with what your spouse needs instead of what you want, because needs should supersede wants. So if your spouse wants 2 parking stalls and if your partner needs 2 parking stalls and you want a pool, then we may have to opt to the parking stalls and lose your pool. So make sure that you guys are on the same page as a couple, and that we're going to find you guys a place with 2 parking stalls and the pool. Okay, so make sure you're very clear about what you guys want, what you guys need as a couple and as an individual. Okay, do you want neighbors? Do you want to live in the country? Do you want to live in a townhome? Do you want to own a condo? What is it that you want? Do you want to deal with a home association? Do you want to have to deal with neighbors' dogs? What is it that you feel comfortable with? Another thing is, who decides if the property is right for you? At the end of the day, it's you. Again, your agent only makes recommendations. You are the one who needs to make sure that it feels comfortable for your price, your budget, how much space it is in square footage, the home condition. Did you want to put repairs? Did you not want to, did you just want a turnkey property to walk right in, bring your bags? What do you feel comfortable with? We're going to do that. Okay, the home buying process. This is what the journey looks like. Very exciting home buyer's roadmap. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of steps, but with this roadmap, we're going to make it really easy and just go step by step. We're going to find the agent, get you pre-approved to find out your budget, start the home search, go to showings and see some of these homes in person, make offers and negotiate, get into escrow. Make sure that the seller is actually the seller. There's no other crazy liens or anything on the title. Next, we're going to go through inspections. We're going to go through the financing and make sure that the loan goes through. And the last steps are to receive a clear to close from the lender, perform our final walkthrough, and then we have our closing day where we get to hand you over the keys. All right, now breaking down the process. Again, finding an agent, need to make sure that you can gain access to their off-market properties. What do I mean by that? An agent who's truly showing you everything that's on the market is showing you on and off market properties. Not only what is on the market for sale by agents, but what is also off the market for sale by owner, coming soon listings, expired listings, canceled listings, withdrawn listings. All these things really just mean that the seller has raised their hand and said, I want to sell, I want to sell. And for some reason, they didn't sell at that time, whether it was they didn't like their agent, they didn't feel their marketing was good, maybe the timing of the market, maybe they got renters or had family come, whatever their situation is, it's always a great idea to catch those gems where no one else is competing for them on the market and have your agent get you in to see these hidden homes on the market. Okay, so another really good thing to remember about your pre-approval is to remember what you can afford. Determine how much your monthly bill is going to be. And then we're going to always make sure that we do not go beyond that budget. You don't want to be eating ramen in your new beautiful home every day. Okay, so next with the home search, of course, you're going to get a lot of really great, beautiful homes in your emails, right? You're going to see them in person. You're going to go to open houses. What you're going to need to do, though, is make sure you're keeping a list, a top 3 list, and it'll always be moving and adjusting. Once you get that top 3, once you get those top 3, those are going to be the homes that you're going to fight for. Okay, so once you know those top 3, make sure that you and your agent stop at nothing to make sure that you get one of those. Okay, next, of course, with that offer, what is going to appeal to the seller? Think about it. What is going to make them accept an offer? So your agent's going to go ahead and help you to find out what's important to the seller and how you guys are going to be able to take advantage in your offer to knock down every single point on his checklist or her checklist to win that offer. Once you've won that offer, you go into escrow. The inspections start. You're looking at condo docs, you're looking at title, you're looking at home inspections, you're looking at termite inspections. There's over 100 different documents that your agent and you and escrow that you guys are going to go ahead and look through. Your agent and escrow are going to be double, triple, and quadruple checking to make sure that there are no red flags. And then, of course, you do get a copy of all of these papers, like association docs, board meetings, the budget meetings, if you happen to have an association. You're going to get all kinds of things that you may never have seen before, and that's okay. Your agent and your escrow officer are there to guide you along the entire way and explain anything that you might not happen to be familiar with. Okay, last steps. We want to make sure that you're able to fund your down payment. So the transfer will happen then right before signing. That's when the funds will be due at closing. Of course, then what do you bring to closing? You need to make sure that you have your government ID and your information as far as social security numbers, home addresses for the last 10 years if they need it, proof of homeowner's insurance, which your agent should have already hooked you up with, your checkbook to make sure that you can pay for the down payment. And If you are doing a wire transfer, then bring a printed confirmation of your wire transfer that's already been performed. Your escrow company would have also given you the information to perform a wire transfer already. Okay, so now closing day, you get the keys and you get to finally walk into a home that is yours. Okay, so now our team conducts extensive market research to find out where we're able to save you thousands. Well, really, it's been an average of at least 10 to 20, $30,000 for each single client we've been able to help just from the legal process and writing our offers the way that we do. So saving money is a huge, huge part of working with the right agent. You want to make sure that they know the strategies. Are you guys looking at how many days on market a home has been on? If it's been on for a long time, there are strategies for every 30 days in each market for how much you can take off the list price, right? Now, are there any seller's credits you guys are able to take? Is the home in need of some repairs so you can get a credit for those things during inspection? What are the ways that your agent's going to be able to make sure you are saving the most money possible? Another way is to get really confident about the offer price. And how you do that is with something called a comparative market analysis, or a CMA, where your agent is going to be able to pull up the numbers of the previously sold homes that are just like the one that you guys are looking at. If it's a condo, it'll probably be other condos in the same building that have also sold in the last 6 months or within a quarter mile. If it's in a suburb, then within a half mile, completely okay. An appraiser's going to do something like that. Or if it's in a rural area, then you can go out at least 2 miles in a radius of what the sales have been in the last 6 months of similar homes with the same bedroom count, bathroom count, square footage, same kind of build, whether it's single level, 2-story, condo, home, townhouse. We're going to match it exactly. And then we're going to be able to find the homes that are most like the one that we're looking at to find out, well, what's the price range of what they've been selling at in the last 6 months? And then we'll get a very clear picture of what we should be able to feel the most comfortable in offering for the home. Now, when we determine purchasing power, of course, there's a lot of things that go into that to make sure that you feel comfortable. Okay. Now, a couple of things. You must be 18 years old at least to buy a home. You must also make sure that you follow all these other regulations and fall into certain algorithms more or less with lenders. The best thing to do is really connect with an agent so they can hook you up with a lender so that you can find out if there are any of these roadblocks holding you back from being able to buy your first home. What does your debt to income look like? Do you have your down payment? Do you have a credit score that qualifies you to purchase? Do you have the income to support how much you're able to spend? These are all really important, and you're going to be able to walk through each of these steps with your agent and lender. You know, financing the future home that you are going to call your own. So, like I had mentioned before, you are going to need some things like either your taxes or recent pay stubs, your bank statements. All of these things are really important, and it just depends on how do you file your taxes. Are you a W-2? Are you self-employed? Are you a business owner? How does that work for you? So all of these things are really important, again, in connecting to get your pre-approval done by your lender with your connected lender from your agent. Your agent is going to know the handful of brokers and lenders in their area who can make things happen in certain timelines. If you need a VA lender who can close in 21 days, then you know to go to this guy. If you need a loan done with bad credit, you know to go to this guy. So it's really important for you to connect with your agent so that they can help to pick the right lender for you so that you can be guided in the right way and stay comfortable. Okay, some loan 101s, just do's and don'ts. So, of course, do let your lender know if you've done anything like moved or had an increase in your pay, or even a decrease is really important to know. Then, of course, provide proof of all of that stuff. Make sure that you also get homeowners insurance immediately after getting into contract, right when you get into escrow. Keep all forms of debt paid and in check. Now, do not go out and make large purchases using your existing credit without talking to your lender first. You will disqualify yourself from being able to purchase a home if you go out and you buy a new car. Do not, I repeat, do not do that. Do not go and open up a credit card if you know you're going to be buying a home. You will disqualify yourself. Okay, so make sure you are letting your lender and your agent know if you do any of these things, if you co-sign anything, if you pay off or transfer or close any credit balances, unless your lender instructs you to do so. If you pay off collections before conferring with your lender, you may have some issues. Make sure you are fully transparent with your lender about how to make sure you're getting the best rates and terms and that you do not disqualify yourself from buying a home. Okay, so we're, of course, here to help and grateful that you came. Very excited to be able to help you. And what we would like to offer you is a 12-month satisfaction guarantee. If for any reason you are not happy with the home that we have helped you choose, then we will sell your house for you for zero commission. We will sell your house for you for free. We will sell your house that you did not like for free, just because we are so confident in our fiduciary responsibility that we do not put people in homes they do not like, they cannot afford, or that they simply aren't right for. If you live an hour away from your work and with traffic, it makes it 3 hours, I would not call that a right decision. And your agent is going to want to make sure that they're holding your hand and that you do not do things like this. Okay? So next, we want to offer you a dream home finder. We have agents specifically who will send out mailers, cold call homeowners, and door knock. Actually knock on the door of the area that you are looking for that we cannot find for sale. If there's an area that you would like to live in, a specific neighborhood, a specific building, then we will knock on the doors, we will mail, we will call, we will bother until we find someone who's willing to sell in that area to buy from, to let you buy. We will be your advocate. We will fight for you, and we will not stop until we have helped you accomplish your dream. And now there is a no obligation certificate that you get from working with us and a contractor certified program. So a couple of things, our licensed contractors, of course, they ensure that any mandatory repairs that have been made, if we needed any kind of repairs, and we've sent you one of our contractors that you've gotten repairs from, and they have not made the correct repair, then there's no cost to you. Absolutely no cost to you. Our licensed contractor ensures that mandatory repairs are made correctly by the seller so that there is no additional cost to you. Not only are our licensed contractors that we refer to you, we're going to make sure that they are always done correctly, or you don't have to pay for the repair or the reissue or the anything. Of course, we'll come out and make sure that it is fixed for free. But also, if the seller needs to make any kind of repairs, like we go through the home inspection process and there's $25,000 worth of repairs that need to be done, say this needs to be fixed and that needs to be fixed and this needs to be fixed and that needs to be fixed, we will make sure that during the final walkthrough, everything is properly and correctly repaired before we ever put you in that home to give you the keys. We will not sign off on that home unless those repairs are made correctly. That is our contractor certified program at no additional cost to you. Okay, next, no obligation certificate. And if for any reason that you are not satisfied with working with us, you'll be able to walk away. No strings attached, no hard feelings. We'll even recommend you to somebody who might be able to help you a little bit better. So if you feel like there is something that we could do better, just let us know. And if there's something that you think we're not doing, let us know. That's the only way we're going to get better, to make sure that we are staying on top of our 5-star white glove VIP service. Okay. So of course, like I mentioned, pocket listings before, or off-market listings, you're going to get access when working with us to exclusive listings for sale by owner, bank-owned properties, foreclosures, listings you will not normally find online, you will get with us. Now, there is some proprietary data that we have that we are wanting to give you access to, and you will get exclusive access to this data on previous home sales in your area. Like I mentioned, You're able to find out in the last 6 months, year, any time span, how much the homes that you're looking at have sold for in the past. What's the appreciation look like? Full transparency. You get all of that information, the full data vault. So now you also get Homebuyer Success Academy training and coaching, just like this experience we're going through now, except live, in person, and tailored specifically to and for you. Okay. Now, what our promise is? We promise clear market analysis with local expertise. We also will be consulting and representing you, never telling you what to do or how to feel about anything. You're able to feel however you want about anything at any time. And as your representative, we respect that. Next, regulatory guidance. Are we in compliance? Are we breaking any laws? Are we doing anything we aren't supposed to do? In the process of home buying and selling, we need to ensure that we are avoiding all of these costly mistakes. Anything to avoid litigation, being sued, arbitration, etc. You want to make sure that your agent is protecting you. And on-demand support. My team will be able to help you with whatever you need whenever you need it. We are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We will never ignore an email. We will never miss a text message. And you will always have our negotiation advocacy. Whether it's legal agreements, offers, or repairs, I am your trusted negotiator, advocating for your interests and making sure that you have a seamless home buying process along the way. Now, why me? Why us and our team? Why do we want to be an us? I will share with you why you want to be an us with me. Because you will get access to our exclusive VIP Homebuyer Success Academy, which is each client gets a tailored and specific VIP experience where we will educate you exactly on your goals and your situation and in the market that you are in right now. You'll be able to get the best home that fits your criteria and budget fast. And you can forget agents taking advantage of you for the quick commission check. That's not us. That'll never be us. I will be a real estate agent in 20 years. So if you're not going to buy in 20 years, I will wait for you. As long as I'm able to help coach you and prepare you and educate you along the way. Okay. Now you can also feel relieved because we will be hand-holding you through the entire process. Like I mentioned, it's an educational approach that we get to work with you. Now, we develop our Homebuyer Success Academy after working with thousands of clients and taking inspiration outside of the industry. And many of our clients have used this program to start building their net worth and ultimately enjoy living their dream lifestyle. Now, we have a great network of resources available to you that will help you to get the best deal on your next property. Now, we'll also be able to get you access to all the programs mentioned earlier in this training and walk you through the process step by step, ensuring you that you get the best deal. And we practice what we preach. As hard as we fight for our friends, family, and ourselves, we will fight for you. Now, frequently asked questions, completely okay. Oh, will this work if I have bad credit? Yes, absolutely. We will need to evaluate your credit score and find out what the best options are for you. Now, there are programs like the VA loan at this very moment. If you have a 520 credit score, you're able to qualify. There is another program. If you're not military, if you have at least a 580 credit score, you qualify. So make sure that you're not missing out on any great opportunities because you think you can't get a home because you might have bad credit. Make sure you think again and see all of your options. Okay. Now, will this work if you have little or no down payment? Absolutely. There's a lot of programs that require little or no down payment at all. So like I mentioned before, zero down programs like your VA and USDA, then little to no money down programs like your FHA, your first time home buyers program. That's going to be 3.5% to 5% depending on your credit. And then you have your conventional at 10% or 20%. Of course, you want to make sure whatever you're qualifying for fits your budget. Okay, now, are there any long-term contracts? Absolutely not. We specifically have a no obligation certificate so that if for any reason you're not satisfied with working with us, you're able to walk away, no strings attached. Okay. So, what are the exact terms of a 12-month satisfaction guarantee? We just said no contracts. Well, if for any reason you want to sell the home in your first 12 months because you are not satisfied, you hate it, you can't stand another day in your house, we'll sell it. Zero commission. We only require that you purchase your next home through us. Okay, so here are some client testimonials, and I've had such an amazing time being able to help. Now, these are like my family members. I've been able to have such a blessed experience working with so many amazing clients. And here's some of the things that they say. Well, they say that Ashley is the best person to go to if you're looking for a new home, especially VA. I am military relocation professional certified, so it makes sense. I know the ins and outs. And now they say, this is my second time buying a home using me, and it was, but her and her loan officer made the process super simple and was able to buy a new home in 28 days without paying any closing costs out of pocket. Highly recommend. Now, these VA strategies, like I mentioned, are things like when we say no closing costs out of pocket, we wrap it into your mortgage. So you pay just a little bit over 30 years, like 50 cents a month for the next 30 years, so that you pay zero down up front if you need to pay any closing costs. Closing costs range from 1% to 2%. Now, if you don't want to pay 1% to 2% up front, that's completely okay. Your agent should know really good strategies about how you can make sure you don't pay any closing costs up front, saving you money. Another really great testimonial is Ashley was awesome to work with. She answered my questions and kept me informed throughout the whole process. She explained the whole home buying process and worked alongside the loan officer to make sure I was able to get the most from my VA loan. Would highly recommend Ashley for any future home buyer. And just one more, because I want to do it in threes, is Ashley has been amazing to work with as we proceed to sell our family home in 2022. She was very responsive and has access to so many different people and resources, from lawyers to construction services, that it is so important to get our home on the market. And she has really come through for us, and she's done it with a smile, a laugh, and a professional attitude. And that's from my great, great friends, the Jokiols. I really, really appreciate them. Their whole family is incredible. That was really like a family experience. I was really, really lucky to work with them. And I feel lucky to work with each of you. So I cannot wait to meet you. Okay, so a little bit about the company that we work with is EXP is our brokerage. And what you want to make sure that you find in a brokerage is in an EXP agent specifically, is that you can trust that they're going to be supported through the entire process. If I ever need help with anything, I get a same day answer. I normally don't even have to wait an hour to get the answers that we need to make sure that we can get you what you need to make sound decisions that you need to make for you and your family. From marketing to showing to potential sellers and buyers and agents, there's a lot that works to move your transaction forward. And to make sure that you're backed by a professional with actual experience who can share with you market reports, provide you personalized data, and move your transaction quickly and efficiently, you're going to want to go with an agent who's brokered by EXP. It is a better brokerage built by better agents who are looking to serve their clients in a better way. That is what we're about. Now, your home and your future. When you buy a home, it's not just about the house. It's about finding a space that offers you and your family the best future possible. So, as your trusted advisors, we are ready to walk with you through every stage of your journey, from guiding you through different communities to matching you with a home that you can love for years to come. Here at EXP, we have the training, the experience, and the advanced tools that you need to help find the right home, negotiate the best price, and make sure that you're getting the professional advice that will open a door to a new chapter in your life. Let's get started. Thank you so much again for joining me and staying till the very end of this presentation. If there's anything that I can do to answer any questions, go ahead and text me at 808-722-0786. really at any time, shoot me off a real estate question. I love it. I love questions. I love educating. I love sharing. So feel free, text me like you would a friend, text me like you would a family member. I will answer you and be looking out for your best interest. And I will even ask questions back to make sure I'm giving you the answer that's right for you. So call me, text me, email me. If you need anything, I'm your girl and my team has your back. So let me know what we can do for you and how we can make sure we get your dreams accomplished when you want. You're the most important thing about this transaction. And I can't thank you enough for being here. I appreciate you so much. Again, Ashley Murray, 808-722-0786. I will catch you guys soon. I love you guys and I cannot wait to meet you.